Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to more Zero. Welcome back to another Pro 1v1 match. Today we've got GLA Mirror up on Glacial Shores is the map. Probably a map that you haven't seen all too often. Up in the north position. With a very recent replay, this one. Some of the replays I've been doing in recent weeks have been like a year old or so, but this one is very, very recent. Just literally played in the last couple of days at the start of December. Up in the north, we have the red player with the GLA Vanilla. This is expert player BoYcaH. All the way down in the south facing him today, they seem to have been doing GLA Mirror challenges against each other. So we've also got GLA Vanilla for the orange player and the orange player. Oh, who plays orange? Who plays orange? It's always going to be either DK Crazy or Big SiZe. DK Crazy doesn't really play 1v1, so it's always going to be Big SiZe if we've got an expert player playing 1v1 that's orange. It's pretty much only Big SiZe that does that. So yeah, the map is Glacial Shores. It's quite a gigantic map, so I imagine we're in for the long haul here with GLA Mirror on a gigantic map. Usually does go long. You have a damaged oil. So let's do a recap actually while the game is just starting. We've got a supply there. You've got a crate in the middle. Sorry, in the top left, which is like $100, and you have the same down here for that player as well. So you've got your main supply. You've got your main supply, which both seem pretty full. Does make a big difference if one of them's like half empty or not. Both got 30k. You got a hell of a supply here as well, another 30k. Got your repair bay as well, and your oil. And it's very important to actually secure that, because if you secure it and then block off that, you actually can harass this supply from that player as well. So it's very, very important to stop that. BoYcaH going through an oil cap, also sending a technical to stop SiZe's oil cap. Does deny one. SiZe also denies one. And BoYcaH still running around with his technical. He's got a vet too. He could actually turn around and fight that, providing SiZe does not have any RPGs inside of it, which he does not. So yeah, a lot of people run away, but actually you could probably turn around and you probably could fight it. Maybe he's just waiting until he gets up to 100% HP. Comes in for another oil deny. BoYcaH's got a bike ready. So yeah, both players have obviously got this oil in the corner as well that does need repairing from the beginning. BoYcaH sent a bike over there. So far, I think BoYcaH's in the lead. Does lose his technical there, and I think he's given scrap away. I think that technical got it. Yeah, it did. You can see the gun on it, slightly bigger. So I think BoYcaH's ahead. He's got that oil. He's getting that oil. And he's probably and more than likely going to get that oil. Technical for SiZe. That actually looks like a super tech. That could cause BoYcaH some real problems, because it could just kill everything there, actually. Kills the worker. Technical for BoYcaH does turn around. Does that have RPGs inside of it? It does. That's BoYcaH's best chance of killing that super tech. SiZe also creeping forward of the tunnel. There's garrison this little house as well. Quite a problematic position that, because BoYcaH's not going to be able to clear that very easily because of that bunker there. The little fishing house thing. Yeah, and BoYcaH's now getting pushed with the help of this super tech here for SiZe. Could be a bit problematic, but he has run into kind of a bunker here. And BoYcaH clears up most of that. 2 technicals escape, including the super tech. BoYcaH once again going for this oil. Is SiZe going to realize that, though? SiZe is getting this oil. He's still not getting the right one, but he has expanded over here. BoYcaH's not expanded over here. And BoYcaH is going to be allowed to get that one. But BoYcaH's going to lose one of his safe oils, and that super tech is still alive on a very, very low amount of HP. So I think SiZe's doing pretty decent here. I think it's kind of even. BoYcaH's obviously got that oil, but he's kept it alive, actually. Doesn't want to go anywhere near that bunker, though. And even if that toxin tractor heads over there, SiZe is going to pop and probably stop it. SiZe now choosing to pop over on the left-hand side, maybe realizing now that BoYcaH has this oil, and maybe realizing he's out of position. BoYcaH's going to go and try and clear this bunker. But it looks like BoYcaH is going to lose this left position, so... yeah, seems like SiZe is more on it. After an epic start there from BoYcaH, getting more oils quicker. SiZe seems to be controlling the game more, I think. SiZe on 2 arms dealers. BoYcaH on 3 arms dealers. I don't think BoYcaH's going to be able to stop that, because the Scorpion rocket's already been used to kill an RPG or a worker or whatever it was. BoYcaH has taken this bunker back for himself. And he's still not kicked completely off this left side, so he could still maybe recover this situation. The problem is when you do get kicked from that left side, whoa. Bit of a pop here, but he's popping into a super tech. The super tech is taking damage. I think SiZe should preserve that, honestly. Looks like he's not, though, but BoYcaH is losing a lot of tanks here. Looks like he might hold, though. Technical around the back there as well, killing the workers. Yeah, it looks like BoYcaH might get kicked off this position. Has to sell that. That's a very bad loss there. Really needed to hold that. Legendary play there for SiZe after such a bad start. SiZe can also now get that repair bay. And the thing is now, to try and push back in there, you're pushing into a bit of a concave situation. So you'll push in like in single file or a little blob like that. But then later on, you could be surrounded by tunnels and stingers and stuff. It's such a bad angle to push into. BoYcaH could also lose this tunnel here. Does, but he loses the technical. SiZe does as well in return for it. SiZe still on 2 arms dealers, only collected on 2 workers there. He's getting the bottom right oil now as well. So yeah, SiZe is leading. But it all comes down to this left side battle, I think. It's kind of like Sand Scorpion, isn't it? Maybe just not as extreme. BoYcaH's pushing in with just tanks into RPGs, and the RPGs are just wrecking the Scorpions. Unless the rocket is able to fire, but generally if you just spread the RPGs around, Scorpion rockets just run out. Yeah, SiZe with a lot more map control. You will often find, like, as you approach the later game in GLA mirrors, SiZe just generally has loads more map control. He's just so good at controlling the map. And then, as a result, then he'll spread all his markets and Scud storms around even more so than the opposing player. I mean, BoYcaH's still got a ton of room, so it's still not probably going to be that compact. But look at that from BoYcaH. We see this often from him. 18k there. SiZe has collected like nearly 4k more there because BoYcaH's doing this silly boxes. We see him do that very, very often. BoYcaH pushing in into a bad angle again. There's more units, I think, here for SiZe. SiZe is ahead now in XP, and I think he's getting the bounty money as well because he's already building the CC, whereas BoYcaH is not. So these fights are all favorable for SiZe because he's gaining the money and BoYcaH is not. And BoYcaH is just sending all of his units into a meat grinder there. SiZe even wants to push further. You'll see over the last few weeks when I post the BoYcaH replays, BoYcaH always tends to lose. Just look at the draw. I choose his most chunky replays and I cast it and upload it. And I have a feeling if BoYcaH loses this again, he always pops up in the comments saying, you only post my losses. But the thing is, these chunky replays, he always just seems to be getting outplayed and tends to lose. It's not my fault. He just needs to... The simple answer is, rather than complain about it, he just needs to win a bit more. I mean, it's easy to say he is against big SiZe. It's always going to be hard. He still might actually win here. He's actually on 4 arms dealers, which is kind of crazy. SiZe is the one with the greater economy, I think. SiZe is on 1 extra supply and 1 extra oil. That engagement there is pretty good for BoYcaH. SiZe floating like 10k, so yeah, he's actually on 4 arms dealers as well. Kind of crazy. You don't normally see 4 arms dealers versus 4 arms dealers. Yeah, BoYcaH's getting the bounty money now, even for all these little worker kills and stuff like that. SiZe pushing a little bit with a toxin tractor here in the middle, but maybe he needs to be spending a bit more of his cash and actually get some more units out. He's building plenty of markets, so he should be getting the toxin shell upgrade. It's an upgrade that he normally gets. I think he should already have that by now. But BoYcaH is actually doing a bit of a comeback, just as I said. He'll probably pop up in the comments if he loses this game, but actually, all of a sudden now looking pretty good for BoYcaH on this left side. I'm not sure what SiZe was doing exactly. And this is getting a bit awkward now because there's like no tunnels here. BoYcaH pushing forward, but he's focused on this oil, but there's loads of Scorpions coming in. Why is he just hanging around there? He's going to lose all of them units. SiZe now has these Scorpion Tox shells. I think BoYcaH needs to back off from there, honestly, or fight these Scorpions as they come single file. I don't think focusing on that or focusing on that oil is the best thing to do at all. Big SiZe comes in with the Rebel Ambush, denies the oil cap there. And SiZe doesn't have any buggies out, whereas BoYcaH's already on buggies. I think SiZe was on a palace sooner, though. Surely he was. BoYcaH has 1 market. He's also expanded on the left. SiZe has so many Scorpions. Literally a gigantic Scorpion battle on this left-hand side. Looks like SiZe is going to come out on top again and push BoYcaH back a little bit. BoYcaH has now transitioned into buggies, so from range, if he can gain the range again, he should be able to pick off all of these Scorpions. But if he lets them get close, it's going to cause problems. BoYcaH needs to pick off that. Needs to start hitting it with these tunnels and with these RPGs. You can usually one-shot these buildings. They just disappear if you attack it. The SiZe is getting like the free junk repair. And he's got actually junk repair now as well. And he's got every upgrade. In the last few seconds, he's purchased every upgrade. You must have seen I've got 10k and just clicked on every upgrade. Pushing forward now, loads of Scorpions. Finally focuses on this bunker. Yeah, SiZe continues to push. Kills the oil, which is the important thing there, but BoYcaH's going to punish him a little bit with the buggies here. SiZe mostly escapes, actually. Only minimal losses. He's now going to push on the left-hand side again. SiZe still has that oil and still has that. It's crazy. SiZe now coming in with the Scorpions once again, getting a little bit close to BoYcaH's buggies. BoYcaH might regret having buggies now. Now the Scorpions do get so close. You can go there and still get an angle on them. The Scorpions for SiZe are actually doing pretty good still. SiZe actually making buggies behind this as well. BoYcaH really trying to capture that oil back. BoYcaH looks like he's going to hold here, but it's one of the scrappiest battles you've ever seen. SiZe now coming in with his own buggies. BoYcaH gets the oil back. DoMiNaToR is in the mix for basically the first time. SiZe creeping forward as ever with his tunnels in the middle of the map. I do really like that from SiZe. It's something you see him do often, like every single game when he's GLA. No matter what's going on anywhere on the map, he would always be creeping forward somewhere else with tunnels. Really big strength, gaining map control. Whilst the enemy's distracted doing a fight, he's multitasking, just creeping forward with tunnels. Doesn't actually take that much time or thought. Just got to remember just to keep creeping forward with the tunnels, especially when you've got the cash and both players have got over 10k. Here comes an Ampherex bomb from SiZe. That is going to be legendary. Oh, that's painful because now did DoMiNaToR just die as well? All of the workers. And now those buggies can't retreat either. That's one painful Tox bomb. BoYcaH now building a Scud Storm up in the top left. Both players... Actually, SiZe does have his crate, but BoYcaH didn't take his crate. You see SiZe is mined out on that, whereas BoYcaH is not. It's still because of that barracks. You should have sold that barracks and not that tunnel. It's just a mistake you see from BoYcaH over and over again for many years. Yeah, SiZe building lots of markets. I think his economy is just going to be too good, you know. I think it's going to be too great. He's got so many buggies, man. He's literally a player that just will just let his army just sit there and just continually pump them out. And just keep sat there. So much money of an army there, so much value. Yeah, BoYcaH's way behind on the market front. Although he does have an extra supply now and an extra oil, but he did lose that oil, so oils are actually even. He might kill this one though. He's going to kill it. He is mined out on that one, whereas SiZe didn't mine out that one yet, and it looks like he will lose his position. But BoYcaH has just not realized about this free junk repair thing that SiZe is getting. Seems like SiZe is just AFK. I don't know what he's doing exactly. I think he's just waiting. He knows... Even if he loses a bit of ground here, doesn't matter all so much. He's probably fooling BoYcaH as well and thinking he doesn't have much of an army when actually he does have loads and loads of buggies. And he's just spending all of his effort just building more and more markets. He's just going to get a huge amount of markets in a second. And even though BoYcaH will have a Scud Storm, SiZe will be able to, in the next few minutes, probably drop down multiple Scud Storms. So, SiZe ahead. He now reveals his 20 million buggies. SiZe has got DoMiNaToR in an awkward position here, and he's still got this repair bay. Scud Storm is now up. But I think BoYcaH's just going to literally lose to the longer range units, the buggies. He has not got any numbers to deal with this at all. In fact, he has no units whatsoever. Just 3 buggies, actually. He's already popped. BoYcaH is gaining some money for this. SiZe pushing maybe a little bit too close to these tunnels. He's losing buggies, but I think he will just overwhelm this position with the superior numbers in the end, and he does. Is he going to capture that oil for himself? Oh, that could be a legendary Tox Bomb. Very much needed as well. SiZe didn't actually lose that much. I mean, maybe a Jean McKellum 5 buggies, something like that. Sneak attack now from BoYcaH down in the bottom right, but I think SiZe has got too many buggies. There's no tunnel over here, which is a little bit awkward. BoYcaH pops his buggies, kills, and oil. Yeah, BoYcaH commits to this as well. He's not gone back inside of his sneak, and he's actually left all his buggies, and they're all going to get picked off now. And actually GPS scrambled. That's going to try and escape. Is it going to escape? It does not escape. SiZe's buggies lock on and actually end up killing it. BoYcaH has a Scud Storm advantage. He's killed that oil. BoYcaH has still got that oil. I'm pretty sure SiZe has got sneak as well. I just don't know where it is. Why hasn't he used it yet? SiZe building a Scud Storm of his own. Actually, another Scud Storm of his own. That's the thing. If you focus on the economy, then you can build more Scuds later. But the opponent will have a Scud Storm ready to fire first. So it's just like swings and roundabouts. BoYcaH now got a decent amount of buggies himself. Feel like he's running on empty a little bit more, though. Does have a few markets now, though. He's spreading them around. Maybe it is still kind of even. Just feel like SiZe got more markets without doing a proper market count. I think he's got like probably 5 more at least, something like that. BoYcaH coming in back in with more of his buggies. Picks off one of SiZe. SiZe on the run. Rebel ambush going to kill these RPGs. It's proven quite handy sometimes, that Rebel ambush. SiZe just seems to be winning more engagements on the ground. Well, of course, it's going to be on the ground, but... yeah, like BoYcaH might have had a decent start where he denied the oils and stuff like that, but in general, if we count all the battles that have taken part, or taken place on this map just now, I think SiZe is winning the majority. He's got more map control as well. BoYcaH is definitely losing ground. So a couple of RPGs here for BoYcaH will get picked off on the right hand side. I do hear another sneak attack, and it's actually BoYcaH on the left side this time. There is one buggy up here from SiZe. Trades 1 for 1, but SiZe has gone for a counter sneak attack. BoYcaH's probably going to run back inside of his tunnel. Re-pops, but maybe a little bit too late. SiZe there with a close quarters engagement of the Scorpions and the quads, and BoYcaH's lost a lot. BoYcaH's also probably going to lose this oil as well, and SiZe is actually pushing here. And just being annoying over here, I think, with a couple of RPGs. But yeah, this sneak attack is a big problem for BoYcaH. Is he going to be able to hold this position on the right-hand side? So far, the buggy's doing good damage here against the Scorpions, but SiZe now has 3 Scud Storms out. SiZe now also pushing on the left side. Continues to pop from the right on his sneak attack, but that will all eventually get cleared up. SiZe seems to mostly be focusing on the left, and these buggies have just been annoying pretty much the whole game, really. Or most of the game. Chipping away here, and BoYcaH's only on 2 arms dealers now. SiZe trying to recapture this oil. BoYcaH should get all of that scrap, even if it just gives you like $70. I think it's worth it. I think he needs every penny he can get, to be honest. SiZe loses a few buggies here. BoYcaH coming in from an angle. But, SiZe has recaptured this left-hand side. It's interesting how there's still money here, like 20 minutes into the game, and how that building's been SiZe's all game as well. Scud Storm now fired from BoYcaH. That's going to be on SiZe's base, but it's actually not going to hit very much. I think it's a bit of a potluck shot, that, to be honest. It's going to mostly hit here, I think. Anthrax bomb coming in from SiZe. I mean, okay, it's barely good. You killed like 4 Scorpions and barely a tunnel. But 4 Scorpions for a Scud Storm? You'd want to be getting more than that, really. Maybe like between there, killing 3 markets could have been decent. Maybe even here, killing that oil supply. And whatever, I think BoYkaH's running too much on empty now. He doesn't have very many units left at all. Well, actually, he does have units. I mean, red dots on the map compared to the amount of orange, which is kind of insane. SiZe has GPS Scramble, so BoYkaH has GPS Scramble as well, actually. So both invisible armies can't see each other. BoYkaH raining in damage here with the buggies. Maybe going a little bit too close to some of these units. SiZe seemingly not focused too much on the buggies. One buggy did fall there for BoYkaH. Bit of a scrappy defense there from BoYkaH, but I feel like SiZe is just too far ahead now. He's putting like 15k. He's got 3 Scud Storms. He picked off a market there of BoYkaH's as well. BoYkaH also lost that oil. I suppose SiZe has lost that one as well, but I just think SiZe has too much now. If you include like the benefit of that, the benefit of that, the benefit of the supply, SiZe, in my opinion, has too much. Sneak attack over on the right now from BoYkaH. Is SiZe going to pop anything? He does. Got a load of Scorpions ready to go. And BoYkaH is here with the Saboteurs. That reset one of the Scud Storms, but not the 24-second one. And Frax Bomb comes in. And BoYkaH is going to reset this one, I think. SiZe's trying to do something about it, but can't. And 2 of the Scud Storms there get reset. The next one's going to fire in 2 minutes. The Anthrax inside of BoYkaH's base has been cleared up. But I don't know, man. I still think major economy advantage for SiZe. That oil has finally been killed. Rebel Irish didn't achieve too much this time on the left. I think SiZe is so experienced now in GLA Mirrors, having played loads of challenges against BoYkaH with GLA Mirror, and he's played loads against Fargo, loads of maybe not whole challenges of GLA. I've certainly seen him in so many late game GLA situations. Even though like it took the Scud Storm a little bit, Anthrax Bomb in his base, sneak attack. He's used to all of this, to be honest, used to the pressure, I think. And SiZe is now in the base and on top of the production of BoYkaH. Is this going to finish BoYkaH? A load of Scorpions pushing on the right side there as well. It's interesting how SiZe keeps going for Scorpions. Like, if he just made purely buggies, would he have not killed this by now? Market there does fall. Over on the right-hand side, BoYkaH's going to have problems as well because he has no units there to pop at the moment, I don't think. Scud Storm going to fire in about 40 seconds for big SiZe. Left side finally gets cleared up, but probably the next wave will be on the way soon. BoYkaH desperately trying to drop down another arms dealer. Another market probably going to die here. SiZe has now 5 Scud Storms. Sneak attack in a really awkward position there for BoYkaH. I think detonating that is a good idea. Oh, he's just upgraded it, actually. He's just upgraded it. And BoYkaH throws in the towel. GG. Well played, that's a big SiZe. Yeah, BoYkaH's going to be in the comments for sure saying, oh, you're posting my losses again. But I think he just needs to win more, to be honest. He does need to win more. So yeah, this was a very recent challenge between them both. I believe they played GLA Mirror every single game. BoYkaH might have won overall, but I just picked out this one game. And BoYkaH certainly lost this. But based on this, and SiZe's recent performances against other expert players, I'm going to guess SiZe probably won overall as well. So yeah, GG, well played. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.